but they hate me. They say terrible things about me. How do you deal with that? Somebody asked me the other day. How do you deal with hate? Well, in the past, not very well. It used to really upset me and crush me. I used to be somewhat of a people pleaser. And I used to really worry about what other people thought of me, which in hindsight is pretty silly. Because you could try to be the most perfect person in the world and some people would still think you stink. You could bring world peace and some people would still have a problem with you. You're never going to please everybody all the time. You're probably not even going to please half the people half the time. People are going to be divided. But it's not something for you to worry about. When somebody hates you, it actually says more about them than it does you. You know, you can do some soul searching. You can search your heart and, pray, God, did I do something that brought on this hating? Is there something I could do to improve on how I handle relationships or situations? And if God brings something to your mind, then great, try to correct it. Try to be better. But if you can't put a finger on it and it doesn't make sense to you, or, I've had this happen to me in the past, people will accuse me of things that aren't even true, and they will hate me for it. Or they misconstrue something you do or something you say, and if you do some particular action, they will decide it had some certain motive, which was not the intent of your heart and was not the motive you had in mind. So you really can't please people. People are going to assume things about you, even when you do something kind, even if you do something selfless. If they find out, they might say, oh, you just did that to get attention, or this or that, whatever it is. My point is, you can't live your life focused on what other people think about you, whether they hate you or whether they love you. It's their opinion, and it's just really nothing you can do about it. So I would say not to dwell on it. I saw a meme the other day where somebody said, if these people who are hating you and criticizing you aren't paying your bills, then don't pay attention to them. It's one thing if your boss who gives you your paycheck is hating something you're doing because he's got the power to fire you and hire someone else. But there's going to be haters everywhere you go. There's going to be trolls. There's going to be people in your own family that don't get you, that don't understand you, that don't know why you're doing what you're doing. And I would say don't worry about it. If it's not directly related to something you can, number one, do anything about, or that you need to do anything about, if they're misconstruing something you said, you could try to explain it all you want, but some people would still misunderstand you. There was a great quote I read once, and I think I've said this quote before. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it right, but it said something like, for those who need an explanation, none will do. And for those who don't need an explanation, it doesn't matter. I'm not sure the exact quote, but the point of the quote was, you could have all this body of proof and evidence for what you're saying and it being true, and some people still won't believe you. And then there's those in your corner, in your circle, who you don't have to prove a thing to. They love you, they trust you, and they will take your word for it. They will believe you. That's the kind of people you need to surround yourself with. Not the critical people, not the people who always have something to say. Just let it roll off you. Just keep moving. Just keep moving towards your goals and what you want to accomplish in life, and let everybody else fall by the wayside. There's always going to be critics. We'll never be free of them. And remember what Scripture says. Jesus said, they hate you because they hated me first. If you're just out there trying to live for God and shine a light, people will always have a problem with what you do. But if they hate you, you're in good company, because they hated God too. So, and there's no way we could live up to His standards. He was perfect. So that just proved, no matter what we do, it might not be good enough for some people. So just move on, do the best you can, and don't take it to heart. Don't let their words of hate or criticism bring you down or stop you from your goals. You've got too much to accomplish in this life. Let's get going. Live true, love hard, shine bright.
Hey, it's Katherine. Thank you for sticking around to the end to watch my video. Please subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button, leave me some comments. I would love to hear from you guys, what's going on with you. And there's a little bell button you can click on too, so you're always alerted when I upload a new video. Thank you for being part of my community. See you guys in the next video.